Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. The market have been pumping for almost 7 days plus, right? And Bitcoin got to as high as, I think, got to $48,000. I can't remember exactly. But currently, Bitcoin has done over 12% within the last 7 days. And it's down 1%, 1.3% within the last 24 hours. Ethereum has done 15%, BNB 9%, Cardano 21%. Terra Luna actually hit all-time high of $110. Reason why I know the exact amount is because I had a short order for Terra Luna at 110 at 20x leverage, and of course I made some profit from that because I was expecting it to hit all-time high. So anyways, if you want to learn how to trade, how to make money from trading, we have a course. Please make sure you check it out. Right, that is that about the prices, but there's something else I would like to show us. It's been long I've actually talked about this, but it's something we need to be aware. While CoinMarketCap shows you what is happening with the price of the technology, Blocktivity shows you what is happening with the blockchain's activity, which is the backside of everything, right? So CoinMarketCap lets you know what's happening in front, the prices, everything, right? So that's why they call it CoinMarketCap capitalization. While Blocktivity lets you know what the activity that is going on the blockchain. So I'm just going to explain some of the things here, right? So we have Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't know what they mean here by blockchain and crypto. Embrace it, okay. So this is Bitcoin's activity dominance. So that means the amount of transactions out there in the whole world, Bitcoin just has 2% of that, of the entire transactions in the global space. I wonder how many of this percentage are on chain and how many are on layer 2 solutions. Okay, blockchain total operations within 24 hours is 50 million operations within 24 hours, and then blockchain total transaction within 24 hours is 38 million. Now you might be wondering what's the difference between operations and transactions. You can have a transaction that has several transactions in that transaction. Yep, there are some blockchains that a particular transaction will carry out several transactions, whereas there are some blockchains where a particular transaction doesn't carry out other transactions in that transaction. Just take it as it is. How best can I explain this? So it's like saying, oh yeah, let me give an example. So let's say you're traveling from Lagos to Dubai, right? So you can actually take a single flight from Lagos to Dubai, or you can take a connecting flight that's, let's say, from Lagos to one other country, and then from that country to Dubai. Now, it's the same transaction, it's the same going to Dubai, but this time, right, you have to stop somewhere, right? So that's how best to explain this, right? So this is the average Bitcoin fee at the moment, and this is Ethereum fee, almost the same. So now this is the main part I want to talk about, so which is blockchain activity, right? So CoinMarketCap ranks different cryptocurrencies according to their market capitalization, that is according to how much has been invested, the market capitalization of the cryptocurrency, right? So the higher the volume, the higher the market cap. So that's how it is ranked. Same thing for Blocktivity. It ranks different cryptocurrency based on their activity. So the more activity a blockchain has, the higher it will be in the ranking. So WAX, of course, many of you don't know about WAX because it's not always on the news. WAX has steadily had the highest ranking when it comes to blockchain activity. So WAX is a blockchain that is forked from EOS. Yeah, WAXP is a blockchain that is forked from the EOS and is used for gaming and also used for NFTs, right? So yeah, that is WAXP. They have the highest transaction. And then Stellar Lumens, XLM, Hive. Hive is a blockchain based social media, and then Tron, and then EOS, XRP, Insta, BTC, and Luna. I can't remember exactly why Ethereum was. Ethereum is not here right now, but who knows? So let's check this. So this is the blockchain activity, and this is the transaction. So this activity here are called operations. So for every, you can see the transaction are 19 million, but the operations are 22 because of what I explained before. You can have a transaction that has several transactions in it. Excuse me. So you see that of Hive. So we have 3.3 million transactions, and we have 3.4 million operations. Tron, it's exactly the transactions and operations are the same. EOS has 631,000 transactions and 1.4 million operations, right? So EOS is doing so much, and this guy is doing so much. So the blockchains that are doing so many transactions are the proof of stake and delegated proof of stake blockchains. Now here's the thing. If you go over to CoinMarketCap, the top cryptocurrencies here are actually proof of work blockchains. So this is proof of work. Proof of work, just to save time, I'll say POW. Alright. So this is POW, right? So the top two cryptocurrencies there are POW, and they have the lowest transaction count. And then the top two cryptocurrencies here, or blockchains here, are DPoS and POS. Ethereum is moving from POW to POS, right? And then DPoS. So right now, here's what's happening. DPoS blockchains, also known as coins, actually have the least market capitalization, but are doing the biggest transactions in the entire crypto space. While POW blockchains stroke coins are doing the least transactions while having the highest market capitalization. Let me also put it another way. DPoS are doing so much with little profits. Why having little profits? Or with little popularity? Why POW is doing so little? Why having the highest popularity and the highest gains? So that is why Blocktivity has actually ranked, giving these different blockchains their potential. Because if you're doing so much transactions, because the reason why blockchains were created is blockchains are supposed to carry out transactions, right? The distributed ledger technology, they are called DLT, right? So if you're doing so much with very little market capitalization, Blocktivity will give you a high potential rating. That is why WAXP has the highest potential rating. This also doesn't mean that WAXP will become big in the future, and also doesn't mean that WAXP will be small in the future. It only means WAXP has a very WAXP is undervalued. That's the right word. It's undervalued. Now, also note that the fact that a cryptocurrency is undervalued doesn't mean the cryptocurrency will blow at the end. It all boils down to marketing, because if your technology is so good and nobody knows about it, you will make no profit. But if or when people buy into that technology and then somehow, someday, someone discovers that technology in the future, then you that bought the cryptocurrency or that project earlier on, right, will now become very profitable. Just like Bitcoin. Several years ago, Bitcoin was very useless. Someone used 10,000 Bitcoin to buy pizza. People didn't know the value then until a few years later. Now people are buying Bitcoins in the billions of dollars. The same thing for these different technologies right now. So XLM has a potential of 2,000. So this also means that the higher the potential, the higher that statement actually just explains everything. So the higher the potential, the higher the potential. That's just it. So 46,000 potential. So WAXP is doing 19% of the entire transaction in the crypto space joined together. If you put all the transactions from every other blockchain put together, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, WAXP has 90% share, right? Stellar Lumens has 8% shares. Hive has 20%. Tron has 1%. Sorry, I just mixed that up. Sorry, this is not a percentage, right? So this means that the activity on that blockchain has gone up by 19%, right? This means the activity here has gone up by 8%, and this has dropped by 7%. This wasn't how it was before. They've changed it. So this is just the percentage growth in number of transactions, number of activity rather. So while this here is actually what I was referring to. So this says ratio between the activity of this coin and Bitcoin. So it is divided by the activity divided by the market capitalization of Bitcoin. So this is 38, this is 17, and this is 6, this is 5. So the higher the transactions, the higher the activity, right? Yeah, this is what you should pay attention to most especially, the potential. So this is the ratio between blockchain activity and market cap in comparison to Bitcoin. So let me explain this in another way. So if a blockchain has so much transaction and then the market cap is way smaller than Bitcoin, right, it will have a higher potential. That's just what these numbers mean. Alright, so I've spent so much time. This wasn't what I actually wanted to talk about, but I actually had to spend more time here because several questions came up in our group about this particular topic, right? So I just toggled some buttons there, right? So the block time of WAXP is 1 second. The block time of XLM is 6 seconds, right? And the block time of EOS is 0.5. Block time of Bitcoin is 600 seconds. Telos is 0.5. I wonder why WAXP is 1 second and Telos and Proton, this is Proton, are 0.5, because I know WAXP is gotten from EOS, Proton and Telos is gotten from EOS too. Anyways, just in case you're wondering maybe you're not taking our course, because we explained this in depth in our course. Block time is whenever you make a transactions, those transactions are stored in a block, right? They are stored in a block. So the more blocks a blockchain can produce, the more transactions that blockchain can take. It's as simple as that. Alright guys, let me know if you learned anything new from this video, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video, right? So this is a chart that shows who is doing the most work in the cryptocurrency space. So WAXP is doing 52% of all transactions, then followed by this is a chart that explains all, and then the market cap. So Bitcoin is doing so little and have so much, while WAXP is doing so much. This is WAXP here. While WAXP is doing so much, let me see if I can filter the rest out and leave WAXP. EOS out, Stellar out. You see? So this is just WAXP and Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has 99.99% of the market capitalization, right? So let's filter the rest here and keep just Bitcoin and WAXP. So WAXP is doing the work. Bitcoin is enjoying the money and the attention. Alright guys, let me know if you learned something new, and if you have any thoughts, please drop it in the description. And of course, like the video and subscribe. That's how you can help with the channel. See ya.